Dragon. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Prospect, Connecticut. I currently attend the University of Connecticut, and I am an aspiring bikini competitor. And I'm basically doing this so that I can be relatable to people and try to show them how you start off, because usually all you see is the end. So I'm just trying to show them like the beginning and the journey, because that's the most important part. I've never challenged myself physically with my body ever. I mean, academically I've challenged myself, but so I decided to do something, a little extreme, because I'd always be like, oh, I'll lose a couple pounds, lose a couple pounds. It just kind of started off with, wanting to lose weight. And then another big thing was I wanted to gain confidence. Because when I look in the mirror, I'd just be like, yeah, I'm okay with my body, but I don't like that part or that part. And I would just, kind of pick myself apart, and it would bring my confidence down. I needed to do something for myself. I wanted to just be proud of something and to really know that I put, time and effort into something. My trainer is Tiana Ta. We have a pretty close bond, and she, at first, she's my trainer. She's not supposed to be my friend. I've never had a trainer before, so that was really hard for me to adjust to, having someone on your back telling you go harder, faster, let's go, and I'm just like, I felt like I wasn't good enough.
I tortured this girl, let me tell you. 2 hours of cardio a day, weight training, 6 meals a day. She's eating every 2 hours.
So when I used to work out by myself without a trainer, you stay in your comfort zone. And it's easy to do that because, you think you're pushing yourself and you're sweating so much, but you're really not pushing yourself out of your comfort zone.
There were a lot of tears. Less sweat, more tears.
You're gonna feel like you can't do it, and that's when your mind kicks in. Because when you're in the gym, it's all mindset, the whole entire thing. So you can come in here and be the strongest person, but if you think you can't do something, you're not gonna do it. That's the main thing that was holding me back. I would literally wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I have to go train today.
It's been a journey, but she's done great so far. I'm really proud of her.
When my mind is set and my mind is clear, I'm good. So I came into the gym, and I'm pretty sure it was a shoulder day that day. And I was just going through the workouts, and she's like, you cannot complain. You're not arguing with me. You're not complaining. You're not stopping. And you just have to keep going with everything. And, that workout was great. When you push yourself out of your comfort zone and you succeed in doing that, it's like you have no boundaries. You want to come back to the gym and seeing how far you can push the envelope. My dad used to be a bodybuilder when he was about my age. My mom owns her own fitness studio, so it's like my family is just around it all the time, and I would be the last person to ever, anyone in my family to ever do this, because I'm the girl that eats as much as she wants whenever she wants, and I'm just like, oh, I'll just work it off later.
And I actually walked in on her eating pizza and wings with her friends. She was mid-bite. She had a bunch of finished wings on her plate, and she had pizza on her plate, and her friends were like, that's her plate right there. And I was like, oh dear Lord. I weigh Brooke in, and I'm like, hey, what did you eat last night? She's like, oh, last night I had fried lobster, mac and cheese, a burger, fries, ice cream, and soda. And I'm like, you had all that in one sitting? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna change this girl's eating habits?
I'm studying nutritional sciences in school. I want to become a registered dietitian. Things that I'm learning in school, sure, they make perfect sense. I mean, if everyone ate the way they're supposed to, we'd all be supermodels, but we're not, and people don't do that, and people have mental blocks and they need to get through, and people have psychological things going on that also have to be taken into account. So the fact that I'm doing this, I can really relate to someone. The things I'm learning in school plus this is just the total package of what a nutritionist is supposed to be, relatable and knowledgeable and experienced. I thought I was gonna have a worse time with the food than with the workout, but it ended up being flip-flopped. When I arrived at the Olympia, I didn't know what to expect. I was never been to a show. I only thought the only category there was bodybuilding. I didn't even know, until I met my trainer, that there was even other divisions. So I'm walking around the Meet the Olympians, and I run into Nicole Negrani. I didn't realize the ages of people. When you look at someone, you don't know their age. So I'm figuring this girl's way older than me, mid-20s maybe. She's my age, in college, pre-med, doing crazy things in school, and she won the Olympia last year, by the way. Because in the beginning, I'm like, how am I gonna go to school, do this, have a life? I was just like, no one does this. This is crazy. But then I met her and she's like, no, like if you prioritize your time, go to the gym between classes, cook all your meals in the dorm, bring them with you to class and you're fine. And I'm just like, you make it sound so easy. She just really she wanted to help me. Like she wasn't just like, yeah, well, I'm already the best, so I'm not telling you my secrets. No, like she was very relatable. And that's what I like, because a lot of other people that I got to talk to Phil Heath, I got to talk to Nicole Wilkins, I got to talk to a whole bunch of people, and they just wanted to help. They wanted to just spread like wellness to everyone. And like that's what I want to do too. So it was very welcoming experience for me, and it was just a huge eye-opener to like the possibilities. I have my first competition tomorrow on Saturday, and I'm not really sure what to expect because I can only prepare myself so much. After that show is done, I would like to enter another show in the near future. I want to be able to do the same thing I'm doing, but you know, on my own time. I want to be able to have, not work out for 3 hours a day. I want to be able to, work out for 1 hour a day, keep all my eating habits the same, and just get my body to where I want it to be in my own time, because I just want to be the optimal version of myself.
She's been working so hard the last 5 weeks. I just can't wait for her whole package to come together. Her friends, her family are going to be there. It's going to be so exciting. And it's her first show, man. Like, the first show is like, you never forget your first show, So I'm excited.
They're the most proud of me, obviously, because they're my parents, and I actually got my mom to enter a show because she's always wanted to, do something. She wasn't, she was always iffy whether she wanted to do it, and she called me up and goes, "You're my inspiration, I entered the show," and I was like, what? She's always been my inspiration. Like, I've always looked at my mom. I always wanted to be in as good a shape as my mom, and for her to say that she looks up to me, I'm just like, wait, what? Like, you want to be like me, Mom? And she's like, yeah. Oh, I'm getting emotional talking about it. The fact that I inspired my mom to do something like with fitness was like awesome. This is what they wanted me to do all along. So, yeah, it feels good. Shooting this is obviously like the best way to get to people because I'm gonna get to a whole bunch of people at one time. But honestly, if I get to one person at a time and like really hit home with someone and like just get them to go to the gym or get them to go eat a healthy meal, like I'll be good. I'm most proud of the way I've matured. The losing weight, I've lost almost 12 pounds in 5 weeks. So, I mean, that's awesome. But to me, the most valuable thing is the way that I've grown on the inside. And I think that it was really vital for me to do that because, I've been sheltered and my whole life, my parents, wanted, to keep me under the perfect little roof. But, and now that I'm out and, by myself in the world, like, things are happening. I'm like, oh, gotta call my mom and dad. No, like, I need to handle this by myself. So I'm definitely learning how to handle situations, be more mature. So that's the most valuable thing that I've gotten out of this. I'm Brooke Dragon, and I'm really excited that I can, get my story out there and start inspiring other people and getting them motivated. And you guys can find me on Body Space. And for more information, you can check out Bodybuilding.com.